Hey, 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 I have Jesse Brisendine here with me today, and he is the creator of Zero Limits Coaching, where he helps individuals and organizations remove their limits to create success and fulfillment. He is also the author of Ouch, My Heart is Broken, and he has recently done a Tedx talk. Welcome, Jesse.
Hey, Missy, thanks for having me on here. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thanks for coming. So we watched your TEDx video, and I had Emma, like I just introduced her to you a second ago, and her father committed suicide. And so watching that with her, it actually touched our hearts, and that's when we reached out to you to do a little chat with you. So do you want to just kind of touch on the TEDx video for a second?
Yeah, first of all, I have to thank you for even saying that. I just got goosebumps and started tearing up for that. Emma, my heart goes out to you for your loss, and if you want to chat at all offline about it, we can definitely do that.
Thank you.
Emma, the Emmas and others, the main reason why I did this is because, and Emma, you can give a much better testament to this because you're in it right now than Misty and I are. This stuff isn't taught in school.
Mm-hmm.
We spend a lot of time in our education learning about things that you and I, Misty, probably have come to realize maybe weren't so important, but there's a great deal of emphasis placed on them, and then we're not really taught how to deal with life, how to deal with when the proverbial, what hits the fan.
Mm-hmm.
What are we going to do? And then how do we actually heal? And what I found myself in my journey with loss was I came to this place after each significant loss I went through. I found myself asking questions. And I finally got to a place where I was asking the question, which was, why is it that some people are able to heal and move forward and live fulfilling lives and others don't?
Right.
For many, that there's a line in the sand that happens, and it's how life was and how life will never be.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a really sticky place. And so when I started asking myself that question, I started to discern that there were key things and principles that people were doing that others weren't, that were allowing them not only to heal, but to really move forward and be fulfilled and love and be happy in life after loss. And it's totally possible. And, just briefly meeting Emma beforehand and having someone at her age be able to connect with that content and understand it, have it as a blueprint that she can apply. It's really what it's all about. So I apologize for being more emotional right now than I anticipated. You guys kind of got me right.
I probably should have given you a little bit of a heads up in the text earlier. So, but I love that you talked about healing and that making that a priority, and then about doing something to honor your loved ones that you had lost. And our favorite part of that video, which we have already put on our calendar for September the 12th, is the sunrise sunset.
Oh, awesome.
Your national sunrise sunset day. And so we definitely want to share that with everybody to share is it a photo? A photo
yes.
of the
yes.
sunrise or a sunset on that day in honor of the loved one. So that's so special. You want to tell us a little bit about your book? Because, we do a book chat here on Wednesdays. So we're going to order a copy of your book, and the girls and I will do a review.
Oh, very cool. Yeah. So, my book was something that when I went through my first loss was a broken heart. It wasn't a death, but it was in a relationship. And I found myself, again, asking questions. And at the time, there wasn't really a lot of stuff online for men going through heartbreak. It was more for women, and
mm-hmm.
Men. It was still and I think it still is to much extent today. Me man, me supposed to know feelings, me supposed to get out and drink alcohol and flirt with more girls, and that's how me supposed to heal.
Right.
That very caveman type approach to it. And so I had started this website, not knowing how to create a website, but it was really a place to come and share stories about heartbreak and healing. And what ended up happening was both men and women came to it. And I for a couple of years, I was doing this kind of Dear John thing, but I was Michael. And I would respond back as people would share their stories. And I kind of took some of the lessons I learned from that and distilled it down into Ouch, My Heart is Broken. And there's something really powerful, I think, about it, too. I'm a horrible writer. I really am. I'm not the greatest writer at all. But I'd always had a goal to write and to write a book and to put something meaningful out there. And I think that, it's one of the top 3 goals that most people will say they have is to write a book, to put it out there. Mm-hmm. And the wonderful thing about the internet technology now is we don't have to go through the traditional routes before. Right. But if there's something on your heart, you still have the ability to share that story, and you don't have to be a Stephen King or a J.K. Rowling type level of author to put it out there and have it reach somebody and make an impact on their life. So anybody who's writing this and who thinks you can't write, I'll be the first one to say, not the best writer at all, but you can put something and create something out there that can reach the people that you want it to reach.
That's very encouraging. I have people constantly are asking us if we'll write a book. So, and it's something that we, like you said, it's in our top 10 things to do, and it just sits there and other things take over.
Yeah.
So, we do our little YouTube channel, and we do inspirational videos every day because we want to help as many people as we can. Even, for instance, people who couldn't maybe afford a coach, but just to give them a little smile for a few minutes every day. And so we got your list of your 50 things. And Em and I both took a second to write a few of those down. And this is my favorite one, number 37. Treat every person that you meet as if they are the most important person in the world.
It's awesome.
That is so great. And we love that list. So is there anything else that you want to share with us today?
I think a couple things. Number one, I'm going to keep pulling Emma out here, but to use as an example, I think one of the most important things is when you're younger, or any age, but really when you're younger, start your life learning. And what I mean by that is life learning is usually the time when the classroom stops and then life begins.
Absolutely.
Because so much of what you'll actually learn in school, it really does get cast aside. And I had met that with a lot of anger and frustration. Like, why did I waste all my time doing this? Not realizing that I had the choice of, once I left, that I could actually learn life skills, life tools. So really never hesitate to start your life learning. Have those conversations. If you have a mentor or somebody like a Misty in your life or whomever, reach out to them, talk to them, ask them your questions. Whatever you have on your mind and your heart, it matters. And there's going to be someone out there who's going to want to listen and want to talk to you about it. The second thing would be with just on the happiness note. Happiness is not something that's guaranteed. It's something that we create. Mm-hmm. A lot of times we go through life assuming that when I do this, then I'll get to be happy, or that I'm owed happiness, and it's not the case. But if we take deliberate strides each and every day, if we put in just the smallest little bit of effort, if we force ourselves to smile, if we really give somebody our presence and treat them as if they are the most important, that means putting our devices down. That doesn't mean going like this and saying, when they're talking to us, but really look at them and let them know that we see them and that we hear them. My God, you can transform not only the experience with another human being, but you will find a place that you connect and you can feel the connection in one of the most magical ways. And you just never know on how that connection will not only transform their life, but yours as well. And case in point, the fact that you took the time to watch the TED Talk and then acknowledge how it impacted another human being to your left before we even talked. It was the most special moment I had today. Aww. And that happened though because the two of you took the time to really be present to me, mm-hmm. and to not just run through an interview to do an interview, but you took the time to really be present. And I thank both of you for that and for sharing. And I think that if anybody takes anything from this, it's just to watch that interaction again, because what you'll see is when they said that to me, you'll see a genuine human response that is deeply meaningful, deeply emotional. It'll be something that I'll treasure for the rest of the day and for as many days as I can hold it in my heart. So that's really the magic of humanity right there, is that we have that power to do that. And a lot of times we think that, we got to have all this stuff or this other things. There's nothing more special than that. It really is. That's the currency that will bring about fulfillment and joy and happiness and all the good stuff in life.
That's true. So I hope that you don't mind if we take your list of 50 things, and we've already done some videos before we met on several of the topics, but we'd like to just run down your list and use it as our guide for the next couple shows, or 36 more episodes.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Have at it. I look forward to seeing some of them. I think that would be fun. There's some fun ones on there too.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun. We actually smile and laugh here every day. It's the best part of what we do.
Good for you. So awesome.
Great. Well, listen, I really appreciate you coming on today. We're going to drop the link for your TED Talk video in the bottom of there. I think I heard somewhere that you're trying to get to 1 million views, so we're going to do our best to help you with that too.
Thank you. That's fantastic. Thank you so much. And thank you for your time. And Emma, I mean, if you want to talk a little bit offline about everything, just don't hesitate to reach out. I'd be honored to chat with you about it.
So sweet. Thank you so much. Okay, Jesse, It was so nice to meet you. And for the rest of you guys, until tomorrow, happy manifesting.
Bye-bye.